we will begin. It is the Tweak versus Numbers VOD, more famous VOD in pools of Momentous. I've watched it once before, but that was a while ago. And we're just going to go over sort of top level Campy Wii Fit Trainer, how to play against top level players generally with this character. Numbers has a very unique play style relative to the other Wii Fits. He plays a bit more sort of Smash 4-esque, I would say. And we'll just. Okay. Uh, yeah, so immediately he goes for banana. I need to do this. Ooh, that's the wrong button. Yeah, okay. So immediately goes for banana. And that obviously makes the most sense. I'm just gonna put the playback speed to 0.5 because it's 60 FPS. And I want to keep up. Oh my god. What a great start to the session. From our resident idiot. Okay, yeah. So numbers, wave landing, they're just generally being very ambiguous with the movement. And then gets too greedy with this DB. Tweak is always ready, always waiting for it. As soon as Tweak has banana, that's just a very strong burst option at his disposal. Goes down throw up air. Numbers DI's down to avoid the banana, knows that it's coming, kept track of Tweak holding it. And right now they're just feeling each other out, but nobody's really got a grip on anyone else's habits. Numbers, okay. So Numbers' strategy for the banana for most of the set is just chuck it off stage. It's a much better weapon, generally, if you kind of know how to use it. I think a lot of people will take other people's items like gyro, banana, and just chuck them up in the air or off stage so that their opponent can't use it. And that makes sense, but you do kind of want to use it to control space of your own if you can. Especially because it's a very good out of shield option for us. We don't normally have that. It's a really nice chase, but Numbers doesn't do much with it. But it's like hard to recognize and then see he reacts kind of late and expects cover too soon. This is the kind of position where Numbers normally retreats to ledge. Because what Numbers has recognized is, Numbers has realized, we go back, go. So Numbers has realized that he's used a laggy move in this position, and Numbers prefers being at ledge to being in the corner, like by a lot. So his strategy, as soon as he's in this position, is to just go down and enter the corner. And that's the kind of thing where Numbers will retreat to ledge more than the average person, but he'll still only retreat to ledge if he thinks he's going to be in a position that's worse than ledge. He'll never really retreat to ledge like out of a neutral situation. He's only retreating to ledge from that position because he thinks it's better than being in the corner against Diddy and having to deal with the shield pressure and stuff. Because he's very comfortable at ledge. But he gets caught here. He was actually trying to rebound ball. I wonder if that worked. Whereas, I mean, he's missed it by a while, but if that worked, you could maybe see ball going down in this direction, maybe preventing banana. But he'll use dare a lot in this position because he wants to hurt box shift. If you see, that, see how high Weefit's legs are, so you can get right up over your opponent's punish if you really want. You see that there. Normally it'd be like down here. So that really helps when you're trying to cross your opponent up, or like after a ledge jump, you'll see a lot of good Weefit's dare, even though it's kind of slow start move because of what you're doing during the startup. It's actually quite good in that position. Um, and immediately back into the corner. And Numbers very good at playing out of the corner generally. Gets the header get up, just misspaces that dash attack. But if he lands that, that's like the reason that people edge camp is because if you land something like that, that's like 40, which is pretty good. Um, and it's a good position to go for that option because he's just been forced back into legend. Now we're starting to see Numbers use banana more aggressively in a sort of like a just to cover space generally, like covering this space here. That header also previously covered. Because after the header connects, he knows that Tweak is available and can go down here. So he wants to block off that space so that he can move into it and get up off ledge. He doesn't... Tweak's very good at making his movement very ambiguous. You can see that Numbers is really struggling to catch him. Oh, that was really smart. Just short hopping over it, but should have used an aerial there. I think tried to tomahawk. F throw. That's a classic frame trap. It's just F throw header. But Tweak jumps really early. Just DIs away and jumps. So it doesn't really work. But you can catch some people jump in there if they're late to jump. Um, and you can catch people like air dodging as well, which is what I think Numbers was going for because he delayed his header a bit. So definitely something that seemed to work, like a smart idea, but it didn't really work out quite yet. And one thing Numbers will also do that you just saw there that's really important is he'll fake getting off ledge. He's trying to land a Nair 1 here, because if he does, it's going to kill. If he gets Nair 1, that's either going to be a Nair 1 dare, or like at 72, that's Nair 1 up smash kill percent without debreathing. So he's faking going off ledge to try and get Tweak to go into this space, and he's very close to getting that. And if he gets that, he gets the first stop. Again, Numbers will also use a lot of mix-ups out of Sun. Sun is his best camping tool. Sun is the camping tool that he uses the most. And look at that movement, dude. But the problem is that now you're left being ledge trapped by Diddy, but again, Numbers just being careful with it. They're just waiting. They're just feeling each other out again. He's not picked the same option twice at any point. Okay. Hi. Hello. Yeah. All right. I need an on-air sign in here, man. See that? God damn. Okay. Um. Anyway, so you'll see that Numbers never picks the same ledge option twice, even though some ledge options are clearly like much better. Um, he's been to ledge like 2 or 3 times. He's just not picked the same one twice. And now Tweak's just trying to keep him in the corner. This is the problem with retreating to ledges, that Diddy is very good at this corner pressure, as are most top players. Tries to get the back air reversal. Foot fair's probably better there, to be fair, because you can get foot fair smash. Or raw bear. Ooh. expecting Tweak to be airborne and then going for the fair follow-up. But Tweak realizes... Or Tweak just fast falls and attacks. Because he was hit when he was grounded and he just tripped and fell off the thing. What's interesting is that Tweak just isn't really challenging Wii Fit's recovery at all. And Numbers uses that opportunity to charge Sun because he knows that Sun's like good. In terms of like, speed this up a bit. In terms of killing and camping, Sun is your main go-to for that. There you go. He gets the header though, and that still works. It's a nice snipe. He's vaguely aware of barrels. He just sits in the corner, tries to go for down throw setup, but Tweak has seen the matchup enough to DI away from the platform. Look at these wavelands, man. Very slippery movement. Look at that. It's so hard for Tweak to get any hold of him just because of how slippery his disadvantage is. He's always using these movement mix-ups and he's always varying how they work. Doing like landing jump cancels every time he does B reverse Sun, that kind of thing. Lots of Sun fidgets as well. The problem that he's had so far is that he's just mashed a bit too much buttons. Because Wii Fit doesn't really have any good poking tools. If you press like a tilt at mid-range, you're just going to get punished for it every time. And it's really difficult because it means that Numbers basically has to hard call out when Tweak's going to try and hit him if he wants to stuff anything out. Because it's really committal to try and do that with his character. Doesn't get that up there. I wonder if Bear would connect there, but probably not. And again, he's just pushed to ledge. But he gets the reversal. That's what he's always looking for, is that grab reversal. That's why he goes to ledge in the first place, to be honest. And the reason that Numbers' favorite stage is SPF, and the reason is down throw setups. But Tweak's been smart enough to DI away and just not get grabbed. That combo, man. And Numbers has this thing that he'll always do, where if he sees himself in that kind of position, he'll retreat to ledge a lot. This is like a good lesson in terms of like ledge camping, because the thing that Numbers will do, and the reason why he thinks Wii Fit's disadvantage is great, is because anytime he's in this position and he's playing a floaty character, he just realizes that he can go back down to here and just be fine. That's his main game plan in disadvantage. And sometimes he'll go here, sure, but it's a mix-up. It's a mix-up to land on stage most of the time. And if you get pushed over to ledge, for most characters that's like a victory. But for Wii Fit, a lot of the time, being at ledge is just better than being juggled. Especially when you're without deep breathing, you're really floaty. He actually ran out of deep breathing during this air dodge. So he immediately air dodges away because he knows that it's a fast option, but also because he wants to make it to ledge as quick as possible out of disadvantage, which is the main way that you should be going to ledge. The problem, as follows, is that if you're caught trying to retreat to ledge, and he almost retreats too far back now, which is part of the problem, But if you're caught whilst trying to retreat to ledge, you're just going to get edge guarded, especially in a matchup like Diddy, right? And obviously Tweak's going to look to cover this space specifically with a banana dare. Numbers, having used his double jump and used his air dodge, can only up B here. That's the only option he has. His other option, potentially, is to stall with header, which will mix up his jump height like a little bit and maybe give him some extra stuff. But Tweak is just guessing that he's going to jump an up B because that's probably what he's going to do. Right. Okay. And catches it. There's a huge blind spot on Wii Fit's up B. Again, numbers looking for movement mix-ups. That would probably kill at 70. It's like DV charge shot. But he commits a bit too hard and Tweak spots it and just jumps out the corner. This is smarter than you think, actually. Numbers mistimes this, but what he's trying to do is sunblock banana. Like it's use the sun windbox to reflect banana almost. I don't know if you guys have seen sun blocking, but that is the optimal thing to do in that position. Just allows him to charge sun without threat. He just misspaces it a bit. You see him getting caught there. As soon as he sees like uh eh, come on now. Yeah, when he's in this position, as soon as he goes below ledge and he sees the banana above him and he didn't windbox it, he should be air dodging up rather than anything else. Because you can air dodge out of sun. As soon as he sees that banana falling into that position and him not sun blocking it, he needs to react and air dodge up, I think. But the thing is that even when he's recovering, Numbers is very focused on Tweak. He's entirely focused on Tweak because he wants to get a handle of Tweak's ledge trapping habits. And again, you can see the sun blocking there, just out of the corner. See, he puts sun up, and he just blocks that peanut from being able to get to him. And then Tweak immediately catches the dash in with the thing. Because dashing is a very committal option in this game. One thing that I haven't seen Numbers do really at all is crouch. I haven't seen Numbers crouch that much. And Tweak's been using a lot of flip kick, which covers this general space. So if you can stay like here and just crouch it, you're good. Because I'm pretty sure we can crouch monkey flip. Definitely looks like it. I mean, maybe not the later stages, but at like that mid-range that Tweak keeps using it, you could try it. It's going to be harder to hit at the very least. Gets the Jivet, and then the F-tilt. This is spatial awareness, if anything. A bit of a lack of that. Like, if you see Tweak here, realistically, you should actually be going for back throw, because F-tilt won't kill at 114 across the stage. Or you should be going for like a back tilt, actually, because if you go for back tilt, you have a much better chance of killing generally. And you can put yourself in a juggle situation and go for like up airs and stuff. That's a pretty big flaw there. Oh, that's like a bit of a... That's the reason why a lot of people think Wii Fit can't kill, is a lot of Wii Fit players try and abuse raw kill moves, which aren't necessarily good in great situations. That's phenomenal. See, here's the thing about Numbers' ledge camping. He doesn't always grab ledge. Sometimes he'll just not. He does header get up without grabbing ledge here, because he knows the timing and spacing on it so well that he can just do it without grabbing ledge. And because of that, it's a lot more difficult for people to punish it and read your timing. Again, great movement using Sun, but Tweak catches him. Good DI. The thing is that Tweak's just been very good at whiff punishing Numbers, who's been like using too many tilts and neutral, that kind of thing. Cool. Even Numbers is confused. Dude, did you see this? Wait, watch. Look at that. Look at that, man. Look at his face. That, my friends, is not an individual who is happy with the bullshit he just pulled. But for those of you who don't know, I think he was actually maybe going for hoop kick. But for those of you who don't know, we fit hoops. Spin this quickly. What you have with hoops is a 50-50. If he holds in towards stage, Tweak has the tech. If he holds away from stage, Tweak will have to tech. If he holds into stage, Tweak won't have to tech. That's the 50-50. And if he actually holds into stage, he can get hoop kick, like he can combo into bear. And again, if he holds into stage, he can stage spike. I don't think he did this intentionally. I think he just moved the stick up slightly to make sure that he grabbed ledge. But he clips Tweak here. And that's what happens there. You can see he goes for the double jump because he's expecting to hoop kick. So Tweak would have died anyway. Actually, Tweak had a better chance of dying there because that's a true combo. Again, Numbers doesn't grab ledge all the time when he ledge camps. A lot of the time he's just not re-grabbing. He's just B reversing and then doing header get up, or B reversing and then doing an aerial. That's really important because grabbing ledge slows you down so much. And that's kind of the reason I'm starting to understand why Numbers goes to ledge more, or how he can go to ledge more and kind of get away with it. Again, look at the amount that he sun fidgets. It's such a good bait. And he uses it to get that up air, but he doesn't get too much off it. That's it, yeah. Wii Fit recovery is just mix-ups. So once he used all his resources, that's it. Like, it's really easy for Tweak to just capitalize and be fine. But anyway, immediately gets hit by Banana. Again, just struggling to deal with this really great pressure from Tweak. But he finds a way out the corner. And then Tweak immediately finds a way out in Numbers. Using it. Again, you see it there. One thing that Numbers can do, that's... You know what? I think that's kind of the secret to ledge camping generally, is to not grab ledge. To use grabbing ledge as like a threat, and then to not do it as a timing mix-up, or if your opponent's far away from you, to just not do it, so they can't punish you. Because if he grabs ledge here, he's going to lose a lot more stage control. The fact that he DBs, and his first thought is, I'm going to double jump, and then I'm going to header get up, I'm going to cover all this space, I'm going to maintain my stage control. And I'm going to keep Tweak at center stage, even though I'm in the corner. Really smart stuff. See that? He gets the grab off it as well. He actually dash walks here, I believe. Let me check this. No, I think he just runs. But obviously DB, really fast run speed, and then he gets the up throw up air off it. Like he does header from the other side of the stage, and then off that, he gets all this mileage. So his frame trap, but he gets nothing off it. That Jivot's a really nice mix-up, but he didn't get anything off it. Like, I like this as a concept, and he wants to get a tech chase situation. But I have a feeling that in this position, you kind of want to go for like a Nair 1, which I haven't seen him go for that much. I haven't seen a lot of Nair 1 confirms. You kind of need that, I feel. Like not a lot of Nair 1 confirms, not a lot of foot fair either. If I had to criticize him. Because especially in this position, if you Nair 1 fair, he's dead at 80. And you haven't gone for it at all either. And like even Nair 1 dare will work. Nair 1 dare works forever. And it works in that exact spot where like you're behind your opponent, but they're also really close to ledge, which doesn't happen very often. That's why Numbers even goes for it as a mix-up. Doesn't get anything off it. Smart play. The problem with this one actually is that he headers too early. Like, let's see. So it's really smart from Tweak to double jump and then not fast fall. To just stay at normal fall speed, so when Numbers covers this position, he can just wait. He gets a complete read on Numbers' timing here. And what Numbers should realistically have done is waited a little bit longer and then done header. And then as soon as Tweak does this, you'd be able to punish it, right? If you just wait a little bit and just drift out. But I guess Tweak's waiting and reacting to your own header, so there's a lot of like counterplay going on here. Anyway, so Tweak whiffs that. Numbers tries to jump over, and Tweak's really smart at covering it. And then Numbers headers here. He should realistically air dodge to ledge maybe, instead of trying to go for header there. He's just picking the panic option. Yeah, again, he's just panicking. He wants to stall, but in this position, like you could easily, without deep breathing, you should be air dodging to ledge here probably. But he's been hurt by hoops so many times that Numbers know that Tweak knows that he's going to want to stall there, so that he doesn't have to use it. Immediately grabs out a monkey flip, starting to get a hold on those now and not dash as much. Obviously, the fact that you can grab out of a dash makes it like a lot less, or it means that you have a like counterplay to monkey flip covering what's normally a very committal option. And again, this is just really great movement from the both of them. Really ambiguous, and then Numbers is just waiting here. Like what Numbers has realized is that he can't press buttons. That's why his movement is so good, because Wii Fit doesn't have poking tools, so he can't press any buttons at this range. So he's just waiting for Tweak, and Tweak goes for monkey flip here, but he's just waiting for something that lets him go for this big coverage of space, because all he needs is that sun, because all he needs is the kill. Ooh, gets the back air, but not enough. Again, maybe this is where Tweak can Numbers can benefit from some like extra stuff here. So that you get this sun, and then judging by the angle, you don't actually want to be headering here. What you want to do is stage spike head it into the stage, and it'll come off at about here, and that's kind of where Tweak wants to go, or about. To be more accurate, if you did it from here, you get one that's like there, and that's about the space that Tweak will go down a bit. See how like if he did it there, it'll be there. See what I mean? Instead, Numbers like does header and then grabs ledge and just tries to spike him directly, which is a bit more committal than that. When he's at 133, you can just go for like that reverse header setup, and it's a lot safer. Beautiful extension from Tweak there. And finally gets the kill with the back air. Okay, the fact that Numbers has been allowed to get away with these unchallenged is kind of criminal. Like, look at how Tweak just waits. Part of this is fear, because Tweak's been hit by header get up enough times where he's just too scared to go off stage. But this move puts you in 15 frames of lag. or you air dodge. That sucks. Like 15 frames of lag if you do it right. So it's very easy for Tweak to just come down and punish here, but he never really does. And part of that's because Numbers is very good at scaring him. And again, look at all these mix-ups. A lot of these ledge mix-ups just involve not grabbing ledge. Again, you see it with the fair there. Tweak's double jump is gone and Numbers recognizes that. So when Tweak falls through the platform, he just goes for the down tilt. Because he knows that Numbers can't really jump out, and rising fair down tilt's like an okay thing. Like, you can't really air dodge in that position either. And then he tries to catch the air dodge away, but Son's just a bit too slow. And again, now this is when he starts to grab ledge. After he's conditioned Twig to not chase him because he doesn't grab it. But the problem is that he's not... This is why ledge camping isn't a great strategy, because you see what Tweak does. Like, he very much has the advantage in this position. Tweak can do anything. Numbers has, like, a lot of mix-ups here, but Tweak can do literally anything. And this might be slightly better than being in the corner, but Numbers enters the corner to try and get off ledge anyway, and then gets reset to ledge. So that's not me saying that you should never ledge camp, but... And Numbers is only really doing it as a ledge mix-up anyway. But sometimes it is best to just get off as quickly as possible, and you saw that there. Doesn't do anything off the head whiff. Love that wall jump. B reverse. Again, it's just keeping Tweak on his toes. The reason that Tweak isn't punishing a lot of these recovery stuff is because Tweak is constantly here, because Tweak wants to react to header and Son. And so he's constantly in this position to give him the extra frames that he needs to do that. So he can't punish anything that's going on here. That's why Numbers hasn't rolled all set. Numbers could start jabbing the ball there, though. Instead of shielding there. See Tweak getting patient now. He air dodges to grab that. He can just regular grab that. He didn't need to do that. Okay, now Numbers is getting smarter. And he's just using... He uses header there to stall his recovery a little bit. And then he uses banana this time to cover the space that header would normally cover. Oh, okay. He tries to get like a roll behind back throw there. It doesn't work out. But DB Rage Son. And see how scared Tweak is? Like, Tweak should really... If Tweak wasn't conditioned to be scared here, because Tweak knows that Numbers is capable of just jumping and then doing header, right? And that's why he jumps back. Because he sees that Numbers is gonna jump. Whereas if he wasn't as scared of that, he would definitely just kill Numbers straight up. But he sees that Numbers can jump. He sees effectively what Numbers is going to do, because if he doesn't jump back there, Numbers would kill him. Really smart from Tweak, just using Banana to force Numbers off ledge and then punishing it. Just applying a lot of pressure, a lot of mix-ups. That's what makes this matchup hard if you want a ledge camp. Okay. Nice. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I guess Numbers doesn't have deep-breathing, but optimally, you could kill him. You could 100% just kill him. Like, you can do... This would actually still work, even without deep-breathing. Like, this would still kill. If you do this, and then you... I mean, Numbers is smart here because he doesn't know what Twig's going to do, so he just does header. But if Numbers hard reads this roll in, he could kill him. By doing, like, instant flat cancel header to F smash or back air, depending on DI. But I'm digressing a little bit, but Gets a solid 30. He mistimes it a bit, so he only gets the spike. Or he misspaces it a bit, I mean. So he can't get the combo start, he only gets the spike. Number's really patient there. Great DI. Just avoid it. Again, Tweak just can't get it. The reason this happened, actually, is because Tweak... Yeah, D-throw check chases are nutty. That's why Numbers is the most campy Wii Fit, like, successful campy... The campiest successful Wii Fit around. But he prefers SBF. It's his favorite stage because he can just get down throw setups whenever he wants. Getting less than 60 in that situation is a major L. Yeah. Yeah, it is. You need to like he he kind of screws up because he misspaces it a little bit, so he only gets the spike. If he's like a little bit further back, he gets header and then he can combo off it into like a fair, and then he gets a lot. He could even do, as I said, lag cancel header. He could do Nair and then just do Nair into header because Nair covers a lot of tech options. Um, Again, he doesn't do any of that. That's fine. Uh, yeah, getting it sucks that he only got like 30 there, but moving on. It's up tilt. He gets short hop macroed there. That sucks. He definitely wanted to do full hop up air. Okay, he's lucky to not get punished for that, but just very aware. Look at that. Numbers does that a lot, actually. Numbers is generally very good at Sun mix-ups because Sun is really threatening as a presence. And something like that, everyone and their mum runs off stage and B-reverse Suns. And Numbers is so smart because he knows that, and then he Sun fidgets at the end of it so that he can grab you after. And then he uses that to get stage control. Really ridiculous pressure. And then he just gets a raw header. That's disgusting. Again, with these wavelands, like, Tweak's just really struggling to get a read on his general movement. Again, this is because I was going to mention this, but this is because the Wii Fit changes from a floaty to a fast faller depending on whether or not she's in deep breathing. So it's hard for Tweak to get his confirms. Most people don't know that either. Like, because with most characters that get full speed buffs, it's not that drastic, but with Wii Fit it is. It's like completely different combo routes. That's one of those, okay, in any other context this is bad, but because you're not expecting it, it's actually an okay mix-up. That's what that is. Like okay, I'm gonna up B past ledge and hit you and be minus 40, right? But it works out because Tweak's not expecting it. And that's really smart. I was talking about using back tilt in a different situation because it's just more likely to kill. And this is just great awareness because he knows that Tweak's been jumping out of shield most of the time as well. So he just waits there, knowing that Tweak's going to sit with banana and shield and then jump. And then punishes it instead of going for like a grab or whatever. Because Tweak, a lot of the time, Tweak will just take the grab. Because, because it's a lot less rewarding for most characters. And obviously he's got banana out of shield and jump out of shield. So it's good from Numbers to just cover that jump. I believe Numbers does lose this set, but it seems really close. Okay. SV is a deliberate pick from Tweak to narrow the playing field, but Numbers doesn't hate this stage. And the reason Numbers doesn't hate this stage is because you can get down throw setups almost all the time. And also, more importantly, there are ledges right next to you at all times. So if you ever want to retreat, like, okay, he goes for it too soon, but he's actually going for down throw back air there. But if you just DI away and air dodge, like Tweak probably doesn't know that down throw back air is like a gimmick setup. He's just DIing away and air dodging like a normal person. Um, because like that's the thing. That's why I don't rate people who say, "Oh, it's a matchup check," because like and you get if you're good and you get hit by a combo starter, you know to DI away and air dodge. If you just have brain cells, you'll do that. That's not like a matchup specific thing. Again, he gets a raw header. And see how much numbers is skipping ledge now? Oh, yeah, but that's why you shouldn't go back to it. You do have to ledge camp sometimes. But again, like, Tweak's just started to realize, oh, he has to jump and up B in this situation. There's nothing else he can do. Because he's used, like, he fades back here and then goes for DB, and this just puts him in a terrible position. What he should really be doing is, this is really smart, this bit. The ledges on this stage in TNC are super bad. I think the ledges are fine. I think the blast zones aren't great for you. But what he should do is as soon as he sees Tweak in this position, he should be air dodging up. He should be not engaging with us at all. It's really, yeah, of course it is. And that's why it's not a great idea to ledge camp Diddy, generally. But Numbers likes to do it as a mix-up out of disadvantage. Like, Numbers sees that he's in the corner, and his first instinct is, okay, I have more options at ledge, or more rewarding options at ledge, so I'm going to go there. But you can see that that DB just doesn't work out at all. Twig's just starting to call it out now. Whereas in the last game, Twig was really scared. In this game, he's just not. Okay, he goes for DA there, but I think grab would have been better. That's just me. It's a fine, like, choice. You see Numbers only using aerials, really, to poke. One thing I would say, a lot of raw grab going on. Try and confirm into out an air one or, like, thing. I guess he's just reading a run-up shield. Maybe. On Twig's. Yeah, maybe. Maybe Tweak is just deliberately waiting to make sure that Numbers feel safe. That's a fair point. That's smart. To sunblock there, because most people jab there, but if you sunblock there, then you get to charge sun as well. Um, but Tweak hops right over. The problem, the problem is that like you're inherently conditioning someone to full hop. See, because you're only covering like this much space, right? Like this is the space that you're covering with that ball. So you're gonna condition whoever's playing to hop right over, and you need to recognize that and maybe go with like a fair or something. Because you see that's what he does. And part of that's just because that's what Sun does generally, is it conditions you to hop right over. But Tweak pushes back. Again, just trying to read a run up shield. Yeah, you can Sun Fidget and punish hard. Yeah, you can get some good stuff. Trying to take control of Banana and use it to give a lot more pressure in neutral now. Again, I love this like Sun Fidgeting because he's not just using it as a way of saying, oh, I might fire Sun, but just as a way to threaten charging it. And there you go, now he's got it. And that's why, another reason why he'll ledge camp is because it just gives him time to charge stuff. Like now he's got DB and Sun. Okay, not that aware of where he's facing. I don't get why he's buffering up like butt tilt here. I guess it's okay shield pressure, but it's like I guess you can get better. But he's starting to use like front flips a bit more to get over people's stuff. It's a great tech. This is smart. So here's the thing about header, right? Header's really stale. But here's the thing about header. The more stale it is, the safer it becomes. So the reason Numbers goes for this is because he knows for a fact it's way more safe on shield than it should be because of how stale header is. And it works out. There you go. Numbers acts like he's going to try in 2 frames, so Tweak tries to go over ledge and Numbers just catches him. It kind of looked like he was ledge hogging. Okay, Numbers. I guess that's just healing. I don't know why he fired Sun there. Again, really great mix-ups without even like great ledge mix-ups without grabbing ledge. But the problem is that he's still racking up a lot of damage from being here. That's smart, to be fair. See, what he's done is he's conditioned Tweak to be so scared that when he feints to go back to ledge, Tweak runs to center stage and gives him all of this stage control. He's using ledge as a way to get out of the corner, not just in like a literal sense, but the threat of ledge alone is enough. I can't remember if he takes the set. I don't think he does. There's banana up smash. He's trying to edit out with Nair a lot. See? But it's not a very like hard like I don't know, I prefer up air. I get that Nair's more rewarding. But with DB, because of your fall speed, it's not actually like great. So yeah. I don't think that like I don't know, it was just me. But I feel like just going for up air seems like the better option there. But then again, he double jumps anyway, so maybe use fair. Take advantage of no end lag and keep frame trapping. Now he's really struggling to get any damage off ledge here. But you can see that one of the reasons Tweak's picked SV is that as soon as Numbers goes to ledge, he sits on here and then he chucks banana. He doesn't engage with it at all. And that's why Numbers has been struggling. Because especially on SV, you kind of want to rely on going to ledge if you're going to camp. Or you want to rely on going to ledge a bit more because you don't have space to camp. And Numbers just can't do that to the extent that he wants to. It's weird though, it's almost like Numbers feels like he's going to get hit by ball on rebound. Because he keeps trying to shield it. Okay, that's just not great ball awareness. He actually reads the run-up shields correctly. I know. Or no, he sees the dash attack and he tries to punish accordingly. Ledge grab stuff can help him. Yeah, yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah. So if you like magnet cancel Nair there, you're right. So if we go back. Let's get a better view of this. So what Nojar is saying is that if you grab ledge with header, which is called a magnet cancel, don't blame me, blame Manel, that does sound very extra. You can header cancel Nair and then put ball in that space whilst you go on stage, and then that way you can apply pressure. The problem with that is that it is kind of reactable, but it's smart, I guess, as like counterplay, because you're still forcing your opponent to have to like go under or over it and slowing them down enough that they can't really get through it. You like fair, yeah, that also works. Is that if you do fair, it's more of like a that angle. But yeah, and then that's how you beat Diddy just hanging on that platform, I guess. That's Numbers just using banana to make sure that he can grab ledge. It's cute. Okay, that's just not great ball awareness. I was back here, yeah. So Numbers sees Diddy dash attacking on his shield. He punishes accordingly with grab, but he hasn't got great ball awareness. If he if he sees that ball, he can dare here and take the stock and combo off it. But he's just not as aware. Like neither player is really aware of it. But he's starting to get more aware of these monkey flips now. Okay, this is actually a position where you really want to use header. And the reason is because all Tweak has here is timing mix-ups. He has to be in this position. And the thing about header is because you pick the startup, you can just wait and react to when he goes. The mental stack with the ball can be tough, yeah. But you can just wait, right? In this position, start header and react to when he goes, because he has to go at some point, right? Because you can pick the header startup, you can just react and then spike him. But he tries to go for bear, which is a much harder call out. Because again, head is a really active move. Bear, one frame sweet spot, and it's tiny, right? Like a dare would probably be better here. He's also misread the angle as well. I'm assuming he thinks Tweak is going to go up and around instead of taking a narrower angle. Again, that's why you want to use header, because you can cover more options, because you can drift during it. Oh, you get more control of your drift during that startup. Because you're stalling in the air, you can just stay in one position and then drift across, do whatever. Full hops hit, yeah, that's it. Again, this problem, he's used header too early. So as soon as he uses header too early, and then he uses sun. So now Tweak knows, oh, he has to jump. Like that's his only option. Like this recovery route is something he's done a couple times, and because he uses all of his resources so early, there's just nothing that he can do in this position. Like he tries to go really narrow to ledge, but that's not how you beat Banana Dare. You actually beat Banana Dare by going around it. If he, you know what? If he did what he did a while ago, if he just goes up and around and then catches the dare from there, that's how you'd beat it. And then you fast forward the ledge. From that position anyway. Because you can't grab ledge like after you've run out of resources like that. You just can't. His other option, I guess, as a timing mix-up, which is something that he just hasn't done, which is kind of surprising. But just jump and then air dodge. I think he's a bit too low for it now, but just jump and then air dodge. But again, I think he uses header too early, and then as soon as he charges Sun, he's just dead. Like, there isn't really much I can say to that. And that's that for that set. You gotta go high with hoops sometimes, even if it's terrible, yeah. That it do be like that. It do be like that. So yeah, that's my coverage of the numbers VOD. I don't know if you're interested in it or what, but I think that that's a really good lesson in ledge camping. Like I feel like I definitely learned a bit more about that as a concept. And mainly, what's interesting is the amount of times Numbers doesn't grab ledge when he ledge caps. The amount of times that he's willing to act like he's retreating to ledge and then immediately comes back on as a timing mix-up so that you can't punish that ledge regrab. I think that's kind of the key to ledge camping generally, because it means that your opponent is a lot more scared to challenge you when you regrab, because they don't know if you're going to do it or not. And yeah, I think this has been an interesting little clip. I'm going to turn this into a highlight, hopefully, and we can see it when we do. He's kind of treating it like just having a bit of extra space. Yeah, yeah, that's how he treats it. That's exactly how he treats it. He kind of thinks of it like he thinks of it like it's better than being in the corner and it's better than being juggled, and it's just this extra pocket of space that he can go to and immediately come back from. Like, a lot of what he's doing is very risky, but he just manages to do it very well as well. I'm liking this new setup actually, because I seem to have dropped a lot less frames than normal. Um, and also recorded at higher quality. So regular OBS seems to be a lot better. But I'm digressing. Um, yeah, I think that's kind of the key. I think that Numbers' ledge camping can be learned from a lot, and we underrate ledge camping. I don't think we underrate ledge camping, but we have this opinion on ledge camping that it's just this thing that you almost never do, and Numbers is like exceptionally good at it, so he does it quite a lot. It's still not something you should ever do out of a neutral situation. Even Numbers will tell you that's stupid. Um, but I think it's viable in more matchups than we maybe give it credit for, provided that we're really smart about it. I think this set proves it. He took a game off Tweak with that shit. He took a game of we made a ledge camp chart and we put Diddy in don't, because you shouldn't ledge camp Diddy, really. But if you're really, really smart about it, you can still get some good stuff off that. And that's important to know, is that, you know, even when we put characters in don't, if you're really, really good and you recognize that you don't need to grab ledge that much to ledge camp, which is kind of a novel concept, kind of a weird concept. You can still rack up damage on good players and make players scared enough to get away with stuff. But the problem is, though, is that it still didn't really work. I still think he ledge camped too much. It's a good showcase, but I think he got the most reward off situations where he was just playing neutral. Ledge camping gets buffed in bracket, does it? I guess it's because it makes people nervous and frustrated. People are risk adverse. Yeah. Yeah. Um. So maybe we do underrate it, but I don't think we underrate it by a lot. I don't think ledge camping is that good still. And you can even see that Numbers mostly uses it as a mix-up out of disadvantage, and even then he probably does it a bit too much. Um, but I think there's something to be said about ledge camping without grabbing ledge. I don't see a lot of people who ledge camp do that. That's the main thing that I get from watching Numbers, is that knowing that timing and knowing that spacing so well, you can do that. But I'd say there are a couple things, because Wii Fit's not got terrible options out of the corner in certain situations, because you've still got Tita header. Like, if you watch, this is going to sound weird, but if you watch Max D, he'll do that a lot. Where he'll fake, instead of going to ledge, he'll like go to the corner and Tita header instead. And it's like this, like a completely different timing, obviously, but it's the same angle. And there's a bit more lag on it, but you can still get a lot of stuff off it because of the angle and the fact that you have the fast start. Anyway, that was that segment. Uh, so for people watching on Twitch highlights, see you around. Is there anything else you guys want me to cover, or is that it?